Huh? Well, I'll be damned. This is Half Moon Isle. I can't believe it. And I guess that camp over there belongs to Terranor Korek. I suggest we split up. That way we'll still have a chance if they catch one of us. Here, this is your plate. I'll try going in from the east. You should go in from the west. And don't get caught, or try to play the hero, alright? Considering that we're up against an entire army, that's a bad idea, even for someone with your abilities. Anywhere inside the camp. But of course an officer's tent, or maybe even Korek's, would be ideal. We'll meet again here by sunrise.
They refuse.
Then it means war. The gods have befouled the world with their ignorance long enough.
You know, that would mean the deaths of thousands of innocent.
No idolizer is ever innocent. Religions are ideologies, and an ideology is a decision. Subjects who don't rebel against their tyrants are at least as guilty as the tyrants themselves. Oh! But let's see what's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe that old fool... No idolizer is ever innocent. Religions are ideologies, and an ideology is a decision. Subjects who don't rebel against their tyrants are at least as guilty as the tyrants themselves.
urchin child who just won't stop struggling. Indeed, what do we want? You amuse us, you know. How you refuse to give up. How you keep on fighting, even though deep down you know your struggle is futile. But still, you have come a long way. You have ignited the sigil stone, and you have found the beacon. And this, urchin child, this amuses us. Because nothing is more entertaining than a harvest which fights back. It makes things so much more exciting. So here's our offer, Prophet. Ask us whatever is on your mind, and we swear to answer truthfully. Or you can leave. It's up to you. As you wish. You had a choice, and forgive us for the pain.
Now!
My lord, he is awake.
Splendid. May I introduce you? To your left there's Samael, my bodyguard, master of Ostian's arena for decades. And to your right, there's Blade Master Almus Ordan, the most gifted sword fighter of Nerim's north and commander of my troops. Furthermore, there's an entire garrison of elite soldiers outside. So, can I trust you to not do anything stupid? I want to talk to you, face to face, as civilized people do.
Look at that. The urchin. Indeed. You amuse us, you know. The urchin child who just won't stop struggling. But because so here, ask us whatever. As you wish. You had a choice, and forgive us for the pain.
Now!
My lord, he is awake.
Splendid. May I introduce you? To your left there's Samael, my bodyguard, master of Ostian's arena for decades. And to your right, there's Blade Master Alma Sordan, the most gifted sword fighter of Nerim's North and commander of my troops. Furthermore, there's an entire garrison of elite soldiers outside. So, can I trust you to not do anything stupid? I want to talk to you, face to face, as... Fair point. But you forgot to mention that this particular someone tried to sneak into my camp. I think we are square. By the way, we have captured your friend as well. He's in a tent up in the camp, and we will compare your stories, so you'd better stick to the truth. Samael, take off the blindfold. Well then, I am Taranor of Korek's blood, former ruler of Kabiet, and now representative of the free peoples of Nerim, which you undoubtedly already knew. Who are you? That is who we are, yes. The civil war is over, and Nerim is once again united, free of tyranny and false gods. We don't follow a monarch anymore, and we do not pray to any idols, unlike people in this country. But we digress. Who are you? I see. And who sent you? And why? Actually, no, I won't. Contrary to what you might believe, I am no butcher, and I don't kill for the fun of it. And even though I cannot guarantee you will survive this night, I promise that cooperation will increase your chances drastically. So, who sent you? Are you now? Odd place to go looking for treasure? I don't...
My lord, I think you should see this.
Of course. We have taken the liberty of stripping you of your belongings. If you'll excuse me for a moment, please. A silver plate. You're a spy. You know, only a stupid lamb lies to the wolf's face. Don't say I didn't warn you. Samael, perform your duty. So, can I trust you to not do... Fair. By the way, Samael... Well then, I am Taranor of Korek's blood. That is, we don't follow a monarch anymore, and we do... I see. And who sent you? And why? Actually, no. And even though I cannot guarantee... just as I suspected. And how exactly...
My lord, I think you should see this.
Of course. We have taken the liberty of stripping you of your belongings. If you'll excuse me for a moment, please. A silver plate. I see. They were sent to spy on us.
Then let's kill them.
No. He was honest, and I am a man of my word, and actually... Actually, you have done us a favor. We can use the plates to present Aranthiel with our offer, without putting ourselves in danger.
What? How? What are these plates?
Old artifacts of the Pyreans. Their magic works like a sort of ear conch. Sounds are transferred from one plate to the other. And I strongly suspect that at this very moment, Taelor Aranthiel and Noratzel's traitorous heirs are gathered around the counterpart, waiting for someone to activate this plate, aren't they? Samael, do you know how to use these plates? Excellent. Then activate it. I will talk to old Aranthiel. Let's hope that he will listen for once in his life. Otherwise, this will end in disaster. Tealor Aranthiel, I know that you are there and that you can hear me, so why don't we just stop playing games? As you wish, Grand Master. You can keep quiet, but you should be aware of who's going to pay for your arrogance.
Haven't you had enough war by now? After 2 decades?
2 decades of war that were necessary because your god suppressed the people. Or would you deny even this?
Is that why you wanted to talk to me, Quarek? To throw around accusations?
No, that's not what I wanted. We are talking because I want to give you a chance. We know that you are fighting the High Ones, and that you're trying to reconstruct the beacon in order to stop them.
Which makes perfect sense, since the cleansing means the end of all life. Don't you agree?
No, I don't. And if you even remotely understood who the High Ones actually are, and what they represent, you wouldn't either. They are evolution, the ascendance of humanity to a higher level.
What?
Let's just face the facts for a moment. There's no evidence that the cleansing, whatever shape it will take, will be violent. Yes, the Pyreans are gone, but how do we know they've not just simply gone to another place? That they've transformed? The High Ones are not our enemies, Aranthiel. They are the next step of evolution, the envoys of our purpose, that we might become more than the simple-minded creatures we've been during the past millennia. This is what the cleansing actually is. Don't you understand? It's the moment when humanity is relieved of its vices, united, reaching a higher level of existence.
That's absurd.
To you, it might sound that way, but I have seen it with my own eyes. Ever since the gods departed, the High Ones have sent me dreams in which I can see the future, and it's glorious. It's not our destiny to stay human, Aranthiel. With their help, we will be gods, true gods, not the idols you have worshipped. It's the truth, whether you accept it or not.
By the... people are dying, Quarek. There's war all over Veen. The dead are rising from their graves, and people are killing each other for no apparent reason. Whatever you have dreamed, does this look like some kind of ascension to you?
I know about the Red Madness, but has it ever occurred to you that it follows a pattern as well? That it only befalls certain people?
Whom?
People whose thinking is in shackles. People whose minds are not free, and who are superstitious and ignorant. Such as the people in your country, to whom you have denied the truth about their gods.
What? Are you saying that the Red Madness only affects religious people? People who still believe in the Lightborn?
Yes. Religiosity is a pattern of thought that favors irrationality over reason. Someone who thinks in these patterns is simply not ready for the advancement, and the Red Madness is simply a way to sieve them out. A natural selection, if you will. That's also why you are not affected by it, Aranthiel, because you know that what you and your order fought so hard to keep up over the years were lies.
This is nonsense. There have been cases of Red Madness in the Order too, and we have seen what the cleansing will bring us in the dreams and in their chronicles, and it has nothing to do with some kind of ascension. Just listen to yourself, Quarek. You talk like a mad prophet. Is that what you want to be?
You react just as I expected. Very well, then. Will you at least hear our offer?
Speak.
The cleansing has to happen, and we, the free peoples of Nerim, will make sure that it does. We will not allow your backward thinking to keep humanity from advancing, as it has done for centuries. Therefore, if you don't want a war, you will stop rebuilding the beacon, and you will tell your people the truth about their gods, so that then they, too, can ascend when the time has come. You've said it yourself, Aranthiel. This world has had enough war. Spare it yet another one.
I would if I could. But if these are your demands, then no.
Then we will have to force you. This means bloodshed, Aranthiel, and innocents will die. And all because...
This conversation is over.
Bloody fool. Alma, prepare the attack. He asked for it.
Yes, my lord. What will happen to the prisoners?
The spies. Right. We're at war now, and this means you're my enemies. But as I said, I am a man of my word, and so I'll leave your fate to chance. Samael, put him to sleep, and then put him and his friend on a raft. If they survive, so be it. If not, fair enough.
Well, well, look who's here. How are you doing, silly? Still on the search? Is that so? Honestly, I find that a little hard to believe. But I guess you know what you're doing, don't you? You always did. Come on, let's go inside. I prepared a little surprise, or should I say a big one. I suppose that depends on how you look at it. Ta-da-da-da! Look who I dug out. It's Mother and little sister. Aren't they beautiful?
Aren't we beautiful? Aren't we beautiful?
But I suppose what we dead people do doesn't concern you now, does it, my child? Because you are important now. Ha! Can you believe it? He's important now. He is chosen.
Chosen, chosen.
But you know, I think you've forgotten something amidst all this ballyhoo of prophecies, cleansings, and beacons. That you are weak. You are pathetic. You are worthless. And you are weak. That's what you were back then. That's what you are now. And that's what you'll always be. Saving lives? You? Ridiculous! But then again, maybe we do you wrong. So why don't you just tell us? Why you? Why should you, of all people, be the solution to the problem? Why should you be able to prevent something that has happened to mankind for thousands of years? You! That's right. You don't know. Because you are a stupid, dirty brat. A murdering, stupid brat and nothing else. See? You did it again. You made me unhappy. You made me curse. And cursing is a sin. Don't you understand? I'm only trying to help you to see. This is not you, don't you understand? You are not yourself. And deep down inside, you know it as much as I do.
You know it. You know it.
So, tell me, silly, why is it so hard for you to just let go? Your place is here, in the realm of the dead. So just let yourself fall. It only hurts in the beginning, you know? Then it's like falling asleep. Please, my child, we miss you so much. Little sister wants to play with you again.
Play with you. Play with
And
you.
two of us, we could go hunting again, like back in the old days. Find ourselves a nice deer, and then have a good, juicy piece of meat for dinner. But do you even listen to me? Hey, you're not supposed to leave yet. You're already here. So why don't you just stay? Please, child, stay with us. 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 Stay with us.
Stay with me. Hey, can you hear me? Wake up! Bad dreams? Anyway, it's over now. And we're lucky we woke up at all. That raft Korek put us on was about as seaworthy as a paper ship. But thank the sun, that fisherwoman over there took us in. She's headed for Duneville, and we should arrive soon. Couple of hours. That spell Korek's mute buddy put on you must have been quite a doozy. They felt a blow to the back of the head would suffice for me. Guess I was the lucky one. Yeah. That guy should really go easier on the bottle, if you ask me. But it seems that the thousands who follow him see things differently. As if the High Ones alone weren't threat enough. Now they have a self-proclaimed messiah to back them up. That's just peachy. Well, as I heard it, he thinks the cleansing is evolution. We become higher beings. We ascend to a new level of existence, so to speak. And he thinks the reason for the red madness in Enderal is that people still haven't learned the truth about the death of the Lightborn. They're still superstitious, so the sickness weeds them out. Natural selection. And yeah, it sounds absurd. I guess people always see what they want to see. I'm afraid so. According to the fisherwoman, the first of Korek's battleships have already arrived near Duneville. It'll take them a while to get the rest of their fleet over here from Narim, but still. Enderal isn't ready for this. Not at all. Most guards haven't tried their weapons on anything other than training dummies. Or at the most, bandits. In other words, we're screwed. Well, I guess first of all, we should be grateful we made it out alive. I bet that if Korek would have known your role in all this, we'd be as dead as doornails by now. Once we arrive in Duneville, we should get back to Ark as soon as possible. I'm sure Arenthiel and the others have already written us off as dead. I suggest you ask the fisherwoman how much farther it is to the village. Well, I suppose first of all I'll go get my pay. Regardless of what transpired, we fulfilled our mission. After that, I don't know. War is an entirely different story, and ending up beaten to a pulp with a damned warhammer certainly isn't on my priority list. My loyalties are with my employer, who now happens to be dead. If I stay, someone will have to make it worth my while. Period. On the other hand, if we don't manage to stop the cleansing from happening, it won't make a difference if I'm here or on Calais. Oh, my, what did I get myself into? I feel like a bloody marionette in a goddamn play. It is. Even though the Calais beach would probably be better for my health than joining your cause. Enemy invasions, mysterious corpses. You seem to attract trouble wherever you go, as we've seen more than once now. You know, there's one thing I just couldn't get out of my head since all this started. Does mankind deserve to be saved? I mean, have we as a species really made this world a better place? What have we accomplished apart from bloodbaths and wars in the name of the true gods or the right way to see things? And even now that we have a common enemy, we fail spectacularly to pull together. That's pathetic somehow, isn't it? Just pathetic. Heck, I sound like the biggest cynic alive. Let's stop here before it gets any worse. Go talk to the fisherwoman. You're really curious, aren't you? But yes, there is something that troubles me apart from the obvious. It's my sister. Well, I told you that we haven't talked much since, you know, since the thing with our family happened. A couple of moons before we met, I wanted to change that, and I went to see her at the League of the Apothecary in the Frostcliff Mountains. But she was gone, just like that, and no one knew where she went. It's been troubling me for quite some time now. It's probably nothing, but still, I'm worried. Huh?
Ah, you're awake. How are you? No offense, but you look battered. Don't thank me. I only did what every other path-abiding citizen would have done as well. Your friend, he told me about the Naramis. War. I have trouble believing it. Oh, how very reassuring to hear that. But I guess we're well off in Duneville. As long as they don't break through the cavern gate, there's no way they can get inside the town. Of course, that doesn't apply to the plantations and mines. Oh, blazes. Such chaos. Those bloody Naramis. Nothing is sacred to them anymore, is it? For millennia there was peace between the lands of the civilized world. And now this. They're heretics, if you ask me. No more and no less. They should be hung from trees, all of them. Anyway, I guess it's best if you rest a little more. As I said, you look as though you need it. I'll wake you up when we arrive. I will do our best. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but right now I'd give a lot for the Art Guard to be here instead of these Duneville watchdogs. At least they know how to wage a war.
Esme?
In any case,
Then you
should
know
get
her.
back to the Sun Temple as soon as possible.
Great, then you're the one she wanted me to find. She wouldn't give me a full name, but she asked me to give the man fitting her description this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to push on.
So, we should be back within range of the teleport runes. I'm gonna head straight back to the temple. See you there. Huh?
Meet me at the old lighthouse near Duneville. Esme.
Pity. Who's it?
More scum coming in every day. Blazes. Where's this supposed to lead us? We only have room for so many people.
Sad. Bloody stuff is everywhere. Weather.
You just kick their asses from time to time. That's just how it is.
We will transcend this world. You won't stop the cleansing.
I was wondering if you'd come. No idea. I discovered it by accident. But there's something about it, isn't there? It helps me clear my head. It helps me think. Good question. Shall we go up? The view from up on the roof is great. My, look at that. If it weren't for the bone rippers and the bandits, this place would be almost picturesque, wouldn't it? Tara would have liked it. I'm sorry. My emotional outburst in that ruin, it was uncalled for. I shouldn't have said those things. Neither to you, nor to Tara. To her memory, that is. Thanks. You know, Tara once tried to explain to me what it's like to live with that black fog. We had just spent a wonderful evening together, and we were sitting on a beach, not unlike this one. We kissed and cuddled, and then all of a sudden, she started crying. I tried to comfort her, but it was pointless. She just cried and cried, for almost an hour. At one point she told me that she was sorry. That she was sorry for being how she was. That there was nothing she wanted more than to be different. But that it was out of her control. The fog. It's always there. And there are moments when it just overwhelms you, no matter how hard you try to fight it. Don't you see? She didn't choose to be that way. And she told me that the worst part of it all was seeing how much her suffering dragged me down right along with her. Yes. I don't even understand what it is that you love about me. All I do is drag you down. Strange, isn't it? Now that I'm telling you all this, I understand her. But back then, I just didn't. I couldn't. Good question. Of course, I still struggle understanding why she did it. And the fact that she's gone breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. I wish I could travel back in time and tell her that I will stand by her, no matter how she is, and that she never was or could ever be a burden to me. Don't get me wrong. I don't blame myself for her decision. Joining this cult, giving her life, It was her choice. And she didn't do it out of malice. But I just wish I could have somehow made her realize that it always gets better. That the two of us might have eventually beaten the fog someday. I know. But maybe we can somehow make it easier for them. Of course, there are still so many questions. Most of all, who that veiled woman really is, and what she needed those people for. But I'm guessing we won't get an answer to that. Who knows? Maybe what she said was right, and Tara's sacrifice really wasn't for nothing. We'll never know. Well, I'll see. I guess I'll travel back to Kyle, to my clan. If I find a ship that's still willing to cross the Red Sea, that is. Ah, and here. I promised to give you this, didn't I? An amulet, yeah. It's an old heirloom, and you should have it. And no, don't say anything. You risked your life for me, without the prospect of loot or treasure. I'll never forget that. Never. Thank you. How about you, though? What are your plans? Why doesn't that surprise me? Well then, I'll stay here for a little longer. The sea, the moon, the night sky. I know it sounds dramatic, but they help to ease my mind. With my talents? You mean never sticking to an agreement, uncontrollable emotional outbursts, and running away screaming at the sight of a puss bug? I'm not sure, but something tells me that this mission of yours needs someone with a different skill set. Keep your chin up. I'll see you around.
We always go too easy on the scum. They just sit on their asses and hope things settle themselves.
Can I help?